All right. So let's just hop into FL keys and see what we can do. The first thing you're going to want to do is when you hop into piano roll is you're going to want to go up here to the top left, this little music note, right click it, and then you're going to go over to the scales and select minor natural. Right click it and then pick a root note. Root note doesn't really matter. We're just going to go with D sharp. So this is highlighted. Every single note in the D sharp minor scale. Boom. So we got the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, back to the 1. So the first step when you're trying to build out a chord progression is you're going to want to start with the bass notes. And I pretty much always start on the 1. You don't have to, but it pretty much always sounds good if you just start on the 1. So let's see here. Let's just get a couple bass notes that I like. Something like this. Not bad. And now what you can do is if you highlight, shift, left click, command, down arrow, you can get some real nice, lower the velocity a little bit. Bring it up. You'll get some nice low frequencies in there. Perfect. So now we got a nice little bass here. Nice little bass that we can build off of. So what we're going to want to do here is the very first step that I pretty much always do is I build what's called a triad chord. And what a triad is you place a note, skip a note in the scale. So skip this highlighted note, place one here, skip this note, place one here. And that's a triad chord. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that for the rest of the bass notes that I have laid out here. Already sounds pretty dark. So the easiest way to get that dark vibe is just to have half steps. And what I mean by a half step is having a note that's right next to each other in the scale. So like this F and this F, or this F sharp and this F is going to sound really dark, as well as this A sharp up to this B. It's going to sound also pretty dark. I'll give you an example. So if I just place here, here, and then here, here. This is 4 half steps. Shorten this. This should sound relatively dark. Nice. So that's how half steps work. Pretty simple stuff here. Pretty simple stuff. Now, if you really want to make some dark chords, what you can actually do is take some of these triads, and if you take the second note and drop it down 1, that's what's called a diminished second chord. And this, it sounds really dark, you know, as compared to sounds really nice. And a lot of times you'll just hear chord progressions where they will just alternate between those 2 chords, and that works. It really does. So I'm gonna go through here and drop some of these down, maybe just this one. Yeah, I like that. I like the way that's sounding. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add rhythm to the chords. Now this is a very important step. This is going to be the main rhythm, the main bounce of the entire song. So however you hear it is how you should do it. So you can just, you know, come in here with the chop tool even and just chop some of these chords up. It's kind of basic, kind of generic, so I'm going to make it a little bit spicier by adding some more chords in here just by taking this chord and bringing it up a couple and making sure that if you do that, you make sure that all the notes stay in the scale. And at this point, you can kind of play around with the notes, bring some up, bring some down, whatever you really prefer. You can even do something like this, maybe. This might be really dark. Maybe even something like this, where we can do this and bring this one down. It's like, this is gonna be a lot of tension that gets resolved right away. I like this. Have a chord progression here. And this would be a 1, 2, 3, 2 progression. Real dramatic, a lot of emotion. So then all you're going to want to do is take these chords and put them into a different instrument, like 𝘎𝙧. Shout out 𝘎𝙧. And then here we go. Something like this, maybe. We got this super rough idea. Let's just see if it works. Yeah, I mean, I think that works. I'm just gonna build out the rest of the beat from here. That's pretty much it.